this program, I could say my understanding of data analytics and proficiency in Java programming language is at the lowest level. So joining this program became a starting point for me on my journey exploring more on Java and data analytics.
Despite finishing my degree, I must admit that my understanding in what I've learned was a bit lacking. After 1 month into the program, I could say that I've learned a lot and understood things better compared to my years in degree. I've learned how to use various platforms such as Power BI, Microsoft Excel, and Azure to tackle problems relating to data and business analytics.
Prior to my journey with Beyond 4 Launchpad 360 program, I only had brief knowledge on programming and MySQL, which I have learned it through the self-taught way before I joined this course. I did not have a good understanding on data engineering, data visualization, or even advanced Excel skills, all of which were essential to a good data analyst. After going through with the program, I have gained tremendous knowledge in Java programming, UI UX design, advanced Excel skills, relational database management querying, as well as a deeper understanding on how data analytics works in the big picture.
Okay, so this is basically the summary of our journey, just like what Mr. Monish summarized earlier. But then we started off with the programming logic and data structure using Java, and then go towards data management and queries using MySQL. And we did data analytics in Microsoft Excel. This is where we feel like there are so many more Excel potential that we haven't discovered. And then we go towards product user interface design using Figma, and we did a project at that point, and it was a fun project. And then we go to DevOps and infrastructure using Azure and Amazon Web Services. Next is mostly of what we included inside this final project, data visualization using Power BI. And we also was introduced to data extract, transform, and load using Azure Cloud. And those all brings us to the final project. And for us, it's Startup Litmus. And to be honest, I'm a newbie in this field, and all these things actually it makes me feel like my brain is working. Okay, so basically we have 5 dashboards. And then we have divided them into user interest. The first 2 ones are the potential founder dashboards, these 2. And then the next 2 are the venture capitalist and investor dashboards. And finally is the company profile dashboard. So I would like to actually showcase what we have published. So, right now we are navigating on the first dashboard. As what you can see, the potential founder dashboard. We can just go on and select few sectors that we want to see here, and it will show the informations based on the number of company per sector, the number of founder, the gender of founder, and then the count of company by location and the main investor. And then on to the second one is all related to the annual asset turnover. This is where we want to see based on the financial and also performance-wise of the companies itself. Similarly, we can select a few company here and see the trend on there. And then the next one is for the venture capitalist and investor. Based on what we expect them that they want to see, these are what we come up with. And this is also a slicer over here to filter out if we want to focus on only several part of the report. And then this is the second one, including the achievement index, founder index that we mentioned before, the funding raise, and then the user base growth, and the number of main investor by each sector to see which sector is the hot sector right now, kind of. So finally is the company profile. So this summarizes the info of the company that we want to see. So let's say Aerodyne, and then it will give the what is the funding, and then what is the turnover, and also the initial funding and estimated annual revenue.
Before joining the program, I have no experience at all in terms of IT skills and tools. Now that I've done this program, I am proud to say that I can do some basic IT stuff. The biggest learning outcomes for me throughout this program is that it is possible for someone who has no IT background at all to start this journey in learning IT and computer science.
So before this course, I actually had interest in working with data during my degree. Basic things only I learned through that course. But then I think after this program, I able to learn on what usually the analyzer or the data scientist will do from A to Z. We able to work in the group project where we people from a different background and different country actually work together in order to implement whatever we studied on first day until last day of this program, and be able to come up with a good presentation.
There is a lot of learning output that could be taken out from the program overall. But to be focused on the project, I would say we learned the research methodology called Scrum. We could approach our research step by step. So everything is very tidy in terms of how we conduct the research. The process keeps on going until we satisfy the managerial requirement. Next is of course the knowledge that we gain during the period of the training. One of the main software that we use for the project is called Power BI, where it is a very powerful tool to visualize data. One thing for sure that I realized during this training or during this project, everything is very accessible when we are using cloud.